Did you know that the WSK Euro Series dates back to 2010? It was a decade ago that the champions were Max Verstappen, Ignacio Agosto, Armand Converse, Jonathan Tonon, and in this category that we're about to race in a few moments, it was the recently retired Paolo Di Conto, who won the WSK Euro Series in 2010 aboard an energy car. Well, we raced the finals of round 2 this morning. It's a double-header weekend. And in a few moments, we will race the final of round 3 of KZ2, the WSK Euro Series 2020, a decade after we raced for the first time back in 2010, the first edition of this championship. Well, Mirko Torsellini will start on pole position. We've had 67 drivers arrive at the circuit in the north of Italy, just in the KZ2 class. Mirko starts on pole, Alex alongside in grid 2, but a lot has happened in the last few days. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights thus far this week of KZ2, the Euro Series here at Lonato. Giuseppe Palomba, Kart 3 for the Birolart team in contention for the title. He's been in dominant form. It was actually Danilo Albanese, however, who did take pole position for the Kart Republic team. Danilo, who starts a little bit further back on the grid. Giuseppe Palomba starts on the second row in Kart 3. Kart 78, Davide Forte, the 4-time world champion, the 45-year-old from nearby Brescia. Well, the legend lives on. He had a storming final heat on Friday afternoon, racing home into second place behind Stan Pex. The Kart Republic team, they've been in great form this weekend. However, the team from Lissone, north of Milan, the Birolart team, certainly the drivers to beat this weekend. Riccardo Longhi leads the series on 232 points. Giuseppe Palomba starts on the second row of the grid. Kart 3 out of grid 3. He is second in the series on 187 points. Mirko Torsellini, his third in the championship on 136 points. He flies the flag for the Kart Republic team of Dean Church. Mirko Torsellini will start on pole position. There is the grid. We're ready to race for the final time this weekend in KZ2. Kart 75. Mirko Torsellini on pole position for Dino Chiesa's Kart Republic team. To the left of your screen, Kart 5, Alex Irlando. Position 5 in the series is Alex, 119. The driver from Loccorotondo in the south of Italy. The many-time multi-international kart racing champion. Starts on the outside of the front row of the grid, second in the series. Really the biggest challenger to Riccardo Longhi taking the title is this driver from Napoli, where we raced the first round, Giuseppe Palomba, Kart 3 for the Birolart team. He finished in P3 on his home circuit back in July, the first round of the Euro Series, and he starts alongside the 2010-2012 World Cup champion from the Netherlands in the Sodi Kart. This is Bas Lemmer's Kart 36. He splits the Italians, does the Dutch driver. Lorenzo Complese, Kart 15 for SC Performance as the girls leave the circuit. About 1 minute away from the start. This is round 3 of 3, the WSK Euro Series here this weekend. We'll go through the grid for you in just a moment in its entirety. Just capping back to the first round of the series at Sarno, the order was Longhi, Renaudin and Palomba, 1, 2, 3 on the podium. Adrien Renaudin starts way back on the 10th row of the grid alongside Matteo Viganò. It's a world-class field here, 34 drivers ready to race the road racing rocket ships. KZ2, it's a double-header weekend here at Lonato. There is Lorenzo Complese, SC Performance, the Vortex-powered Tony Kart. Kart 15 out of grid 5 alongside Paolo Ippolito. Paolo in the 61 CRG, the former WSK Final Cup champion. In the third row of the grid, Jeremy the Jet. There's the bottle green machine of the French driver, Kart 21 for Formula K. Team manager Cash Van Bell watching his driver who won the Winter Cup at this circuit 3 years ago for the Formula K team. Jeremy starts alongside Danilo Albanese. The fastest qualifier, I was going to say on Friday, but in fact it was on Wednesday morning. This massive week, the double header here at South Garda Karting Lonato. We welcome you to the center of the karting universe. Lonato, south of Desenzano on the southern shores of Lago di Garda, halfway between Venice and Milan in the north of Italy. This incredible circuit built by the Corberi family back in 1988. So many teams, so many drivers, so many people involved in our fabulous sport live just around this area. So many of the manufacturers are based here, some walking distance from this circuit. There's the green flag. Well, a long walk, but they're not too far. We're ready to race the WSK Euro Series KZ2, the final. And we'll take a look at the grid. Mirko Tortolini on pole from Alex Irlando, Kart 5 for the Birolat team. Giuseppe Palomba and Bas Lemmers. Complese, Paolo Ippolito, Jeremy the Jet. In the fastest qualifier, Danilo Albanese in Kart 73. Emilian Denner, 44 for the Tony Kart Racing team. Tom Luyet in the Praga Kart. The sixth row of the grid, Yorit and Stan the Man Pex. For the Pex Racing team and SP Tuning, the Pex brothers. And it's Marceglia Longhi with the series lead, but back on 14th. We'll keep one eye on him big time in Kart 4. The Swedes, Lundberg, Tornquist, Noemi Lel, Davide Forte out of 17. Matteo Vigano, Adrien Renaudin. Senna van Walstein, the Modena Power DR card of the Romanian Daniel Vasile. Jean Louis, Marco Torman in the Praga. Davide De Marco, Pablo Tontri, Jean Nomblo, Victor Gustafsson. Alessio Piccini, Andrea Dale, the 2014 Euro champ. Filippo Berto, Arturo Carbonell, Fabrizio Rosati, and on his home circuit, the 2013 KF3 Junior World Champion. Formula 2 driver also competing in the GT World Challenge, including a few days ago at Magny-Cours in France for the Get Speed Mercedes GT3 team. 67, it's Alessio Lorandi. The title is on the line. The former winners in the KZ category in the WSK Euro Series include Joret Pex back in 2012. Simas Judversis, the Lithuanian Jonathan Tonon, Paolo De Conto, Rick Drazen, Joel Johansson, Max Verstappen won KZ1 in 2013, Ricardo Negro in KZ2 for DR Formula 7 years ago, and the reigning champion is the recently retired Marco Ardigo, who took the WSK Euro Series Championship last year in a Vortex-powered Tony Kart. It's been a fantastic week raced here at Lonato. The double-header weekend. There's Marceglia forming up. Lundberg, the 64 Lenzo kart. That's Matteo Vigano for the Lennox Racing team. Daniel Vasile, Kart 25, DR Formula. Tortolini on pole to the right of your screen. Alex to the left in Kart 5. The WSK Euro Series is green. And it's Alex Irlando with a good start. Bas Lemmers down the inside in the Sodi kart. The Dutchman in the French machine goes P2, goes defensive. A clean start for the KZ2 final of the WSK Euro Series here at Lonato. We are keeping one eye already on Riccardo Longhi. It's his teammate has got the lead from the front row of the grid. Bas Lemmers into second place behind Alex Irlando, who won his pre-final yesterday. He leads the end of the first lap at the moment. Bas Lemmers a super start. The Dutchman in the Sodi kart. Can he upset the Birolat team and take a victory here this afternoon? Palomba, Kart 3, started position 3, runs in third. From the pole sitter, Tortolini, who did not get away from the line well at all. Irlando, Lammers, Palomba. Tortolini, there's Complacid down the straight. Has to go defensive, that's Paolo Ippolito into CRG right behind the SC Performance. Tony Kart, 15 in 5th place. Alex leads the way down the hill here today. Burilat 1 and 3, the Sodi Kart in 2nd. And Tortolini, after a messy start, the pole sitter back to 4th place in the Kart Republic 75. Ricardo Longhi has had a disastrous start. The series leader comes across the line in 19th place. As it stands at this early stage of the race, he would lose the title by 3 points to Palomba. But this is only lap 3 of this 21-lap final, and there's much to unfold here this afternoon. Ippolito in P5 in the CRG, ahead of Emilian Denner in 44, the factory Tony Kart, and the 15 machine SC Performance of Lorenzo Complese. So the race settles down. There's Alex being caught ever so slightly, not only by Bass, but the new provisional series leader, Palomba. And Tortolini, we're keeping one eye on the timing. And Ricardo Longhi just moved up a single place. He's still way down the field in 18th. Behind Benjamin Tonquist, David Forey, Leonardo Marceglia, Vigano's only 14th. Mateo, 2018 KZ2 International Super Cup champion for the Lennox Racing Charles Leclerc team. Bass now under pressure as Alex starts to pull away. This mega talented Italian for the factory Burilat team has been with them for quite a few seasons now, after also racing for Sodi Kart, who are now hounding their former driver, with Bass Lammers in 2nd place. The gap 0.4 of a second between Alex and Bass as they complete this, the 4th lap to start lap 5 of this 21-lap, 25-kilometre final here this afternoon. Alex from Bass, Giuseppe, Mirko Tortolini in the Kart Republic, Dennis Ippolito in the CRG, pulls away from Denner and Complacid. There's the Tony Karts in the background. Stan the Man in P8. Kart 32 also driving for the Karting Republic of Dean Church. Then it's Tom Luyer, Jeremy Iglesias in 10th place. J-Pex, Lundberg, Vigano, Santa Van Wallstein, Marceglia in 15th, Forte and Longhi, who has lost the series lead as it stands at the moment. Ricardo down in 17th place. He won the first round of the series at Sarno. The Burilat just has to move up a few more places to take out the title. As it stands, Palomba on 237 points. He's 3rd in the race, as you can see right there. Kart 3 in position 3. That's Giuseppe Palomba. He's on 237 points. Ricardo Longhi further back in the pack, dives down the inside. Ricardo Longhi on 236 points. Fighting there with Davide Forte in the 78 Burilat. Needs to finish a few places higher to cement the championship. Alex Irlando, his teammate, going with him at the moment. Burilat 1, 2, 3 in the virtual championship as well. The Burilat racing team dominating in KZ2 over the past 12 to 18 months. It's a cyclical situation. It wasn't long ago when CRG were on top, Tony Kart racing team. Around about half a decade ago with the likes of Marco Artigo, Flavio Camponeschi, also Marcus Armstrong. Then the CRG team with Paolo De Conto and Pedro Hilbrand. And now it's the red and white machines, Burilat. But in the middle, there's Sodi Kart. 2nd place for Bass Lammers, the 2-time World Cup champion. Tortolini in P4. He's been caught by the CRG. Half race distance coming up. This is the end of lap 7, start of lap 8 of 21. As Ippolito closes in on the back of Mirko Tortolini. Both those two drivers from Tuscany in central northern Italy. They run 4 and 5. We've got 4 different manufacturers in the top 5. 5 different in the top 6 because Emilian Denner in the 44 Vortex-powered Tony Karts on the charge. pulled away from Stan Pex, who himself has just set the fastest first sector of the entire race. So Irlando leads them down through the chicane. At the end of lap 8, Lama's in second place. Palomba in position 3. Riccardo Longhi moves into 15. He's got a Birolart in front of him in the form of Marseglia, one behind in the form of WF4A, and with that moves back into the lead of the virtual championship. You can see to the top left of your screen, Longhi behind Marseglia, but there's the virtual championship. 1 point in it as it stands at the moment. Palomba needs to win the race. The Birolart team drivers, they're 1, 2, 3 in the series. Longhi, Palomba, and Irlando. Alex leading the race here today. It's a long shot for him to take the championship away from his teammates, but he can certainly take the race win here this afternoon. Moraine Kramers, the Kart 66 Ricardo machine, did not take the start after only completing a few hundred meters in the pre-final yesterday. He won round 2 of the series and is 5th in the championship on 134 points, but can't improve on that as Ippolito in the CRG closes on the back of his nearby neighbour from Tuscany in Italy, the CRG on the back of the Kart Republic. Lammers now pulls away from Giuseppe Palomba, the 2-time World Cup champion. Bas Lammers won the 2012 World Cup for the Praga team, ironically on the home circuit of Giuseppe Palomba at his Circuito Internazionale Napoli, simply known as Sano, where we raced the WSK Final Cup 2 weeks before Christmas in this reset, rejuggled, rescheduled 2020. That's some way off. In fact, not really. It's only a couple of months away. We're already into the end of September. The double-header weekend, the WSK Euro Series, as Paolo goes down the inside. Ippolito goes past Orsolini. The CRG in position 4, 1 step off the podium. Lammers lines up Irlando. He's on the back of the Italian. There's an opportunity. Down through the gears, and now they accelerate, coming onto the straight. 4th, 5th, 6th, just after the start-finish line. 141, 142 k's an hour through this fearsome, famous turn 1, 2, 3 complex at Lonato, which hasn't really changed over the past 3 decades. Bas has a big look behind him. Giuseppe's still right there. He's 2nd in the series, he's 3rd on the road. He needs his teammate Longhi to fall off in order to take the championship. At the moment, there is 1 point between Longhi on 238 and Palomba on 237. Now Alex starts to drive defensive. You just got a glimpse in the background of the abandoned karts. Filippo Berto is out, as is Alessio Lorandi, Victor Gustafsson, and also Alessio Lorandi. Adrien Renaudin, who was on the podium in Sarno the first round of the series, but the Frenchman has retired the 20 CBB Sport. Sorry, Kart, there's the virtual championship. 1 point in it to Riccardo Longhi, the reigning vice world champion. Giuseppe Palomba from Napoli in position 3, in Kart 3, in position 2 in the series though. Ippolito in the CRG is catching all 3 of them though. He's just done a 45.822. Ippolito is 0.2 of a second faster than the leaders. Birolart 1 and 3, Sodi Kart in 2nd, but the CRG is quicker than all 3 of them. Paolo Ippolito hunting down the leaders, trying to get up onto the podium. This is a fabulous drive. He's still got time to do it. Over the ripple strip, he leaves Torsolini, Denner and Stan, the man behind. Complete falls back to position 8 ahead of Tom Luyer and JPEX, the 2015 world champion who won that race on the final lap at Le Mans, the circuit which is otherwise occupied this weekend. You remember that day in September 2015, the final lap over Paolo Di Conto and Marco Artigo. JPEX, 74 in position 10. They start lap 15 now, 7 remaining. Ippolito with the fastest middle sector, he went purple. He's only 16ths of a second behind now. Third place, Giuseppe Palomba. He cannot lose the position if he's going to have any hope of taking out the WSK Euro Series for 2020. Longi still in 15th place, now behind Douglas Lundberg. The Swede on the charge in the Lenzo kart has retaken the place. Ricardo falls back to 15th. He still would take the series by a single point. Lemmers, though, you sense the Dutchman. He's just waiting for his opportunity. Although Alex puts the right foot down, airborne. Wow, the right rear Vega tyres off the deck. That was like something out of the World Rallycross Championship. Over the bumps, flat in 6th gear at 140 plus k's an hour. He went airborne in a straight line, absolutely on the limit. Alex driving the wheels off the 5 Birulat. Palomba in the 3 kart being caught by Ippolito. Lemmers in 2nd place as the Dutchman got anything left in the French Soddy kart. Looking to take out a race win here this afternoon, if not the series victory. Ippolito trying to get up on the podium. Matteo Vigano just a moment ago in the background, you may have got a glimpse of the number 8 Charles Leclerc Lennox Racing kart going by Tom Bouillet. Vigano, who started out of Group 19, is now inside the top 10. He goes 9th, next in line for the boy from Bergamasco. He's the other Italian, Lorenzo Complese. Although he is some distance up the road, the first 4 starting to concertina up. We've now just got over 4 laps remaining. The WSK Euro Series. There is now 2 points in it. Longi moves into 14th, ahead of Forte. Lundberg on the charge, Douglas into 12th. And Marseglia still in 13th place in that battle in the background as we concentrate on the lead of the race. Alex has driven superbly. There's Ippolito in the CRG Kart 61. He's almost caught the back of Il Napolitano, Giuseppe Palomba. Down the hill they go for the 4th last time. Uses every piece of the racetrack, does Irlando. Down through the gearbox, into the hairpin. Lemmers on his hammer. Now Bass closes up 0.2 of a second. You can see it's just 1 kart length. 3 laps now remaining. Ippolito is right there. Watch them down into the pit hairpin next time. Again, he's airborne as the left rear clips the ripple strip. Lemmers lines him up. Bass is close to the back of Alex. He looks behind. Giuseppe's still right there. Too far back to make the move. It's a 4-kart fight for the lead. The championship is on the line. Longi goes into 13th place. He would do it by 3 points, but the race is not over yet. Alex covers the line. Bass is right there. Here's an opportunity, even if he's slow on the exit, just needs to go through into position 1. Thought about it. Palomba in P3 in car 3. And then the CRG there for the battle as well. The penultimate lap, Alex goes wide. Here's an opportunity coming up into the pit hairpin. Lammers launches it down the inside. Alex covers him off. Watch Paolo on the outside. Has Bass blown it? He went for it. Alex says, no, you don't. Kart 5, the Birulat, the driver from Locorotondo. Absolute world-class skill you are watching here on the penultimate lap. KZ2, the WSK Euro Series for 2020. Ippolito in the CRG, 1 step away from the podium on the final lap of the race. Alex Irlando on his way to victory. Lammers recovers in 2nd. He won't take the victory though. Paolo Ippolito right there trying to launch. Lammers has to go defensive. He defends from Palomba. The title will go to Longhi by 3 points if nothing changes in this, the final lap of the race. The Dutchman among all the Italians, Alex Irlando. Super start from the outside in the front row of the grid. He'll come home third in the series. He's got one corner to go. The checkered flag is about to wave. Alex Irlando wins round 3 of the WSK Euro Series for 2020. We wait for Longhi to cross the line. There's Pex, there's Marcelia, there's Douglas. Ricardo home in 13th place. And with that, takes the title by 3 points. Alex Irlando wins the race by 0.4 of a second. Ricardo Longhi there in the bottom right of your screen. Huge congratulations to Ricardo. He is the WSK Euro Series champion for 2020. Takes it from his teammates plural, Palomba. Giuseppe, 237 points. And third in the race here this afternoon, Alex Irlando with that victory. Third in the championship for 2020 on 199. Alex Irlando takes the race victory from Lammers. Palomba third and second in the series. Paolo Ippolito just misses the podium, but it was a fabulous drive from the CRG pilots. Torsolini, Pex, Emilian Jenna, Lorenzo Complese, Matteo Vigano. From near on the back of the grid, and the 2015 world champion, JPEX, rounds out the 10. Ricardo Longhi won the first round of the series at Sarno, Circuito Internazionale Napoli. Moraine Kramer's in the 66 Ricardo Kart won round 2 this morning. Alex Irlando wins round 3. The Birrell Art team, with their Ricardo Kart driver as well, Moraine, have won rounds 1, 2, and 3. And they finish 1, 2, and 3 in the championship as well. There is the podium. Alex will stand on the top step. We'll bring you the presentation in just a moment from Lonato. Round 3, the decider, the WSK Euro Series for 2020. The podium presentation in just a moment. The WSK Euro Series for 2020 has concluded here for the KZ2 category, and the red and white team have dominated. We will award the podium for the race, followed by the championship for 2020. The drivers are up here. We're ready to get underway. In third place in Kart 3 for the Birrell Art team in round 3 of the WSK Euro Series, Giuseppe Palomba. He gave it absolutely everything for the Sodi Kart team. Comes home in second place. It's the Dutchman, Bas Lammers. The winner with a brilliant drive here this afternoon for the Birrell Art team. He wins round 3 of the WSK Euro Series for the Birrell Art team, Alex Irlando. The podium for round 3 of the WSK Euro Series, Giuseppe Palomba, Bas Lammers, and the winner, Alex Irlando, the national anthem of Italia. The podium for round 3, the WSK Euro Series, the KZ2 race. In third place, Giuseppe Palomba. Second, Bas Lemas. And the winner of round 3 here at Lonato, Alex Irlando. We will also award the trophies for the championship. We will award the championship in just a moment as Giuseppe and Bas step onto the top step. Fabulous scene here at Lonato. Race 3, the WSK Euro Series. Vi ringraziamo Giuseppe, Bas and Alex as we award also the championship as well here this afternoon. He only did it, albeit just by a few points, and he'll step up to the top step in a moment. We'll tell you who. After he won round 1, didn't have the best race this afternoon, takes the title by 3 points. I will tell you the red and white team have absolutely dominated the WSK Euro Series for 2020. We just wait for the new series champion for 2020 to make his way up to the podium. We are waiting, we're hoping he's coming. Riccardo, ti aspettiamo. Ecco il campione. The champion makes his way up. He only just scraped home in, I think, 13th place in the race. Takes the title by 3 points. And with that, we'll get underway with the podium presentation for the WSK Euro Series here this afternoon. What a sight this will be, all dressed in red and white. The WSK Euro Series for 2020. In third place, the round 3 winner, Alex Irlando. Second place here this afternoon, just in the 2020 series, Il Napolitano, Giuseppe Palomba. The new 2020 WSK Euro Series champion for the Birolard team. They go 1, 2 and 3 to the top step of the podium, Riccardo Longhi. The Birolard team have dominated here this afternoon. The WSK Euro Series first, second and third, Riccardo Longhi, Giuseppe Palomba and Alex Irlando. Stay with us on WSK.it, the OK final in just a moment. This is the WSK Euro Series from Lonato.